Harvard President Claudine Gay is stepping down. The announcement coming in an email earlier today. Her resignation brings an end to the shortest presidency in the university's history, just 6 months into her term. That move comes amid growing allegations of plagiarism and her response to anti-Semitism on campus during congressional testimony last month. She was criticized for not being able to say that calls for the genocide of Jews would violate the school's conduct policy. Our White House correspondent MaryAlice Parks joins us now with more. So what more do we know about her decision to resign, MaryAlice?
Yeah, Kira, in some ways, this is a very fast end to a very short tenure. Like you said, she only took over in the job in July. The Harvard Crimson says that it will be the shortest tenure of any university president since the 1600s. She's the first black woman to serve in this role. And like you said, she's faced months of intense scrutiny over her handling of alleged anti-Semitism on campus. There was a series of letters and statements put out by the university in the fallout of the October 7th Hamas attack against Israel that a lot of, frankly, Jewish donors and other members of the community, alums and concerned students and alums found really fell short. They didn't think that she properly acknowledged the pain, the suffering, the atrocities committed by Hamas, didn't properly respond to the fear and anti-Semitism that students were feeling on campus. You know, in those early days, they did move, the university leadership under her guidance did move to set up task forces, sort of respond, hold listening sessions. But all of that, Kira, we will remember, was just overshadowed by that congressional testimony. There's pictures right there that we're looking at. Such a firestorm, such intense backlash after that testimony that so many thought just fell short in responding to some basic questions about how the university would handle certain words on campus, calls for genocide on campus. We saw those university presidents give very lawyer-like responses that just created such backlash. And then, like you mentioned, Kira, in the last few weeks, because of all of this scrutiny, maybe a part of all this scrutiny, there's been more attention on her own academic record, new allegations of plagiarism. In the end, we saw today a new statement from her saying basically that it just didn't make sense for there to be so much attention on one individual. There should be more attention on the entire university and institution as it tries to navigate this complicated time. Kira.
Yeah, it was complicated, all right. And as we watch that testimony, I mean, all three of the presidents, critics say it looked like they lacked empathy and they were just reading from a script. How are those in Washington, here in our nation's capital, at the White House, up on the Hill? What kind of response are you hearing after this?
A response is just starting to come in. Elise Stefanik, that Republican member of Congress, a member of Republican leadership, who really led in that congressional hearing, really grilling those university presidents. She put out a statement just a few moments ago saying that this resignation was long overdue. She seems to be making it a personal mission of hers to continue to investigate what's going on these universities. But it's not, of course, just Republicans. I mean, we're talking about the Department of Education that is also launched investigations into the handling of anti-Semitism on many of these college campuses. But we've seen Republicans in particular really frustrated with some of these responses. But across the board, I would just say that I think that we've seen a charge from Republicans, but bipartisan concern for some of that testimony at that congressional hearing. And I imagine that we'll start to see additional statements from members of Congress in the next few hours and days. Kira.
All right, we'll continue to follow it. MaryAlice, thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.